All right, here we go. Oh, okay, there we go. What's up, bottle? How you doing? Let's get some digging done. Dig the blocks. Keepy. Not me, I'm wide awake and definitely not ready to collapse at any moment. Unfortunate. I can enjoy playing low star diffs of maps. But there is a certain mood you have to be in to really get into it, I think. Alternatively, you also could like mute the music and listen to something else while you do it. Like listen to videos or a show or even your own music. Yeah. That happens to me too. There's been times where I'm like, I'm gonna play low star maps today, and then I'm like, I am not going to play low star maps today. Oh yeah, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, low stars are good for SS farming though, so unless you're going for quality over quantity, I guess. Quality is too hard. Yeah, but it could be fun to go for difficult SSs. Even if they're not necessarily unique, it's always fun to try and push yourself a little bit. Mm, imagine playing hidden. Leaderboard positions were not something I cared about enough to play hidden. And by the time I completed OSU, I had like, I want to say it was like 11 or 12,000 top 50s without hidden or flashlight, like gold scores. So it also helped that I had a pretty good spin. So on like some like old maps, I actually got top 50s from just spinning better than some people who 3-modded them. Because spinning is easy and genetic. Yeah. I wouldn't always do it though. There's plenty of scores where I didn't bother with that, but there was definitely times where I'm like, oh yeah, that'd be funny. I need to get more rockets. There we go. That's nice. Good work on improving. Also, another 2 layers done. Nice, nice. But yeah, let's just keep going. Okay, there we go. That's good. Switch to a new pick. Low-key, I'm not even gonna bother collecting gold. I think I have a better idea. I have a better idea for fixing my food situation. Ouch. Hello, welcome. Don't mind me, just doing some digging. I see, I see. Well, welcome on in. Yeah, this is the main thing I've been working on lately. Especially on stream. I mean, there's technically an end goal, but like the end goal is literally just finish digging this big hole. It's more about the journey than the end point. Because the point is the digging, but I guess there's a theoretical end to the digging. At least for now. That could always change in the future, but the plan is to dig a 1024 chunk hole in the ground to bedrock. And we've been making some good progress on that. How far? It's kind of hard to know exactly how many blocks there are, but the rough estimate is somewhere in the low 30 million block range. So, I mean, I would say we're probably, in terms of raw block number, 25% of the way there, probably. But, keep in mind that there is Deep Slate, and Deep Slate does not insta-mine like stone and other blocks do. So eventually there's gonna be a big hurdle in terms of making progress. Let's do this. I mean, you can see even just from like this little snippet, like this area is kind of ridiculous looking. This is a pretty big area. I think with how much Osu I've played, my hands don't really feel that strained from this. It's not as bad as you would think. What's up, Gary? How you doing? And yeah, this is a very chill project, so it's a lot more peaceful than Osu. Although, I mean, even a lot of Osu completion was pretty chill. So many low stars, but this is even easier on the hands compared to that. I use a pretty high sensitivity too for this, so I don't have to move my wrist much at all. Really, the only thing that gets kind of tired is my finger from holding down the mouse button, but that's about it. And I've gotten pretty accustomed to that now, so. And you could always switch the finger you're using if it feels too strained. Hello, how you doing? You can always do both. It's not impossible. You could use your improvement to get cool scores. rather than just like farming or whatever people do in this game. This area is awkward. Woo. Honestly, I don't care that much. I did join, or like I was invited to a team, so I joined it. That's about it, though. It is the same team as Emrek, which is crazy. Wow, crazy. That guy. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't really do anything yet. So, like, there's not really much to think about. It's basically just who are you friends with? Yeah, I mean, that would make sense. But I feel like most people just use Discord anyways. But that, I mean, that could be interesting. It'd be cool to see, like, snipe battles between teams. I wish they were called clans, because people have been asking for Usu clans for, like, 15 years. So calling them teams feels a little weird. Yeah. It's all good, though. Let me do that. Yeah, I mean, I do get messages on the website occasionally, but like, honestly, most of them are pretty, like, useless. It's mostly stuff that I just can't be bothered with, like, looking at. I feel like people use the Yosu website as an excuse to be the weirdest they possibly can be. And not necessarily like in a like a actually bad way, but it's just like it just feels a lot less filtered sometimes. So it makes you sleepy. Man, there was one time where I was playing like 1 or 2 star diffs. And it was like an entire like I want to say the session was 14 hours. Like it was I used to put in ridiculous hours when I was doing Ursu completion sometimes. And I kid you not, I was literally like literally almost falling asleep. Like I was slouched in my chair, barely able to play. Like I would have C maps, but I definitely was not SSing low stars when I was playing like that. You remember the Twitter pros? Yeah. And there was some sessions where I'd have like a couple hundred maps cleared in a day. when I was spamming low short diffs. Nah, energy drink makes me feel terrible. Like, it makes my chest hurt. I'd rather just have, like, coffee or something. But honestly, it wasn't even, like, me being, like... Like, it was just, like, I played too much Osu. Like, that was just too much to do. Like, I would honestly never do that again. I don't necessarily regret it, but, like, I just wouldn't do that today. It'd be a little too much for me. Especially just because, like, I don't have that kind of free time anymore. Especially now with, like, work and a relationship and whatnot. Too much, too much. Yep, pretty much. It's not all good, but it's not all bad either. Definitely just part of being an adult. Work sucks, but relationships can be nice and life can be good outside of work. I mean, work can be good too, but like, it's not my job. I mean, my job isn't always bad, I guess, but it's definitely not my passion. Not at all. I don't work because I'm passionate about it. That's for certain. Things I'm most passionate about is gaming. And my silly little projects within them. Although, I guess maybe not little projects, but... Yeah, having a routine is always good. Makes you not feel like you're falling apart. Makes you not feel like you're wasting your time, I guess. Man, I disagree with that though. Maybe just because I really hated school. But for me, I always felt like I had something I could be doing aside from school. Even if it was just wasting time playing video games, I much enjoyed that. Like, I enjoyed that a lot more than school. But I didn't really ever struggle with school, like, academically. Like, there's only, like, a few classes that I ever struggled in, and it was because I didn't like doing homework, rather than I couldn't understand the subject material. You hate science and math? Wow. Sounds like you could be an American. Maybe stats. Stats can be kind of fun, but I get that. Chemistry is one of the sciences I disliked. Not because I think chemistry is not good, but like I personally just like don't feel like understanding it to that level. There's some subjects where I'm like, that's cool. I'll let the smart people figure that out, and I will trust them on that. A lot of sciences are like that for me. Like, I am not anti-science, that's for certain. But I also I'm not gonna go out of my way to really learn it that much. I just trust smart people to do that for me. Yeah. And really, chemistry is basically math, so if you don't like math, then you probably also won't like chemistry that much. Yeah. I mean, I didn't really like any of my math classes, so I really didn't like chemistry. But I did just fine in chemistry. I got like either a B or an A. Because for me, school was pretty easy. It's just I hated doing schoolwork. So any classes where schoolwork, like homework and stuff, or assignments, or not like assignments, but like homework and projects that you have to do at home, that's stuff I would fail on because I didn't do it. But then, like the tests, I would just use that to carry my grade because the tests were really easy for the most part, like in most of my classes. It was a really weird feeling being like, yeah, these tests are easy, but like I literally cannot focus on doing a single page of homework at all. My priorities were kind of just out of whack, especially when I was younger. I mean, honestly, when I was younger, I was even more video game addicted than I am now. Like, kind of in a bad way. I don't know, for some reason, for me, like, tests and quizzes were the easiest part of classes. Because it was just memory, like, it was just memorizing stuff. And at least back when I had to do that, I was pretty good at just, like, shorthand memorizing stuff. But assignments, I'm just like, why do I have to do stuff at home? This is not a good use of my time. That's how I felt about it anyway. And yeah, it's like, especially if you get accepted into the college you want to go to, there's not really an incentive to keep going, like try harding nearly as much. I still remember there was one class I had. I honestly can't remember what subject it was because I hated the class, so I didn't care to pay attention. But there was a class where like I think they said like 50% of my grade is participation like in class. And it was a very subjective thing. And I'm just like, okay, but I don't like raising my hand to answer questions ever. And she was like, okay, then you will receive zero in participation, basically. And it's like, okay, great, thanks. I think I ended up with like a 75 in that class because I refused to participate in anything that wasn't mandatory. But it was still a passing grade, so I don't care. I don't know. So some teachers can be really weird about that kind of thing. Most of the teachers I had honestly were pretty chill though. I can't really think of that many teachers I genuinely hated. And really the only teachers I hated were mainly just in subjects that I really didn't care for. So they just weren't gonna be able to do anything for me. Yeah, see, for me, if I really had a question, I wouldn't ask in front of everyone. I would ask after the class or after school or something. I was, especially before I graduated high school, I used to be really bad at actually speaking to people. So, like, I just would not participate in anything or ask questions or anything until it was like a one-on-one or private. Yeah, that too. Especially if the question is something dumb. I've seen that like a few times where the question was legitimately kind of like facepalm worthy because they just weren't paying attention at all. Like the teacher just explained that, and the person was like, "I don't get it. Can you explain that?" And I think the teacher most of the time would just be like, review the notes or read the book or something at that point if you're not going to pay attention. I thought about being a teacher like right after high school. I was like, maybe I'll become a teacher, and then I quickly realized that is a terrible idea, and I would never want to be one. Mainly because I just would not want to deal with kids trying to disrupt the class for nonsense. Not that I would want to be strict on them. I would just be too lazy to deal with it. I would be the opposite of strict. I would just not deal with it. Correct. What? Oh, there's a vine so it climb. That's hilarious. Didn't know slimes could even do that. Yeah. I mean, I used to really have problems speaking growing up. Like, not like a speech impediment, but just I literally just refused to speak to people if I didn't have to. Or honestly, if I didn't want to either. Yeah, it is kind of, especially in America, teachers are not paid well at all. So they're not paid well. They have to deal with very annoying kids. I feel like the culture in this country is very self-centered. So the kids kind of have that problem too. And I just wouldn't like I could not be bothered to deal with that. On top of also having to try and actually teach them something. Oh, there's a torch there. Don't really want the torch there. Yeah. I don't really want the torch that's up here either. I mean, that one wasn't as bad, but that one would have really annoyed me. The one that was actually on the wall, because that kind of counts as a block. Let me drink some water real quick. I'm back. Yeah, honestly, that's why I did not complete college because I did not find anything I was interested in at the time. So, yeah. I mean, you really don't have to. It is a choice. Unless you know what you want to do. But, yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's not like I didn't really have a choice until I decided to force myself to have a choice. I had to make the tough decision to stop going to college, even though my mom did not want me to stop going. Yeah. Anytime, Muffin. What's up? How you doing? Nice, nice. Okay, okay. I am in Mountain Time, US Mountain Time. Oh yeah, I forgot about that dungeon down there. I already found that before though. So for me right now it is 10:10 p.m. I want to say it's like GMT -7 or is it UTC -7? I don't even know. One of those two. I hate time zones. Okay, so yeah, -7. Yeah, no. It's just, I wish I could stream earlier in the day, but I have work. So, because I actually prefer streaming around like, I guess like 2 p.m. my time, but I would be in the middle of work at that time, so. Because when I used to stream, well, I used to live on the East Coast, and I used to stream around like 4 p.m. EST, and I really liked that time because everyone was awake. Like there'd still be EU people awake at that time, and then obviously everyone in America's awake at that time. True, true. Oh. Just a heads up, guys. Today's stream is probably going to be a short one. I am very tired. My week has been kind of annoying. I'm currently in the middle of dealing with having no vehicle to drive. I had to take the car to the mechanic, and it's been 2 days so far, and I still don't have the car back. And it's going to be expensive, so I'm also annoyed about that. Not to mention stressed. But such is life as an American. Yep. Yeah, but that's the thing. I have to use a car or like have to have some mode of transport to get to work and stuff, so it is difficult. I mean, thankfully we've been having help with that for the most part, but it's just like really annoying and stupid. What is this? Sorry, 1 second, guys. Yeah, let me do that. Minimize that. Let me drink a little more water, actually. Hold on, I'm parched. But yeah, it's annoying. Thankfully, I'm in a spot where like paying for all the car repairs is not like a death sentence or anything or a debt spiral, but it seriously hurts seeing like maybe like 30-40% of your savings just disappear like that. It is tough living in this country. Unfortunately, there's no bus or train near enough for me to take. And then, I mean, a bike would be cool, except it's winter, so I'm not doing that. Not to mention that I live uphill, so I am not riding a bike uphill to get home every day. That is not happening. Because Utah is very mountainous, so... No, not that one. Oh yeah, no, I would hate using the bike lane in this country too. It there's literally nothing stopping cars from just swerving into it. Like even by accident. I don't trust it at all. Pickaxes. Manual go-karts. That sounds fun. It is. It is quite a few. Yeah, I wish it was more, but I've accidentally broken like 9 of them. So I used to have even more. I still think it's a lot of pickaxes, though. Most people don't make that many pickaxes in Minecraft. But yeah, it really, you have to repair every week. Especially when you're insta mining. See, that's gonna be the nice thing when we reach Deep Slate. Repair time is gonna be a lot rarer. It'll be nice. It takes about like 35 minutes or so. Unfortunately, it just is pretty time consuming. Especially considering most days I only stream for like 90 minutes because that's really all I have time for on work days like today. Well, yeah, but obviously we're only counting netherite picks here. Most people would not craft a full shulker plus more. Because including the picks I've broken, it's over a shulker worth of picks. No. I think she is in a call though. Yeah, she's firmly in the cat girl camp. Ooh, man. uh, Also another heads up. I'm not entirely sure, but I might not stream digging tomorrow because I want to make enough progress to be able to reach 1 trillion rank score by either Sunday or Monday. It depends on how well I get or how well I play tomorrow, how much score I get. But I think I want to actually uh no, I wouldn't want to do it Tuesday because I work on Tuesday. Definitely not Wednesday. It's got to be Sunday or Monday. Or at least that's what I'm hoping to do. No, that's a real day. What do you mean? You mean the one I'm... No, I have a real skin on now. This is the skin I've used in the past. I decided to just switch it back to that. Yep, it is. Or it's an approximate estimation of what he would look like in Minecraft. It is not actually him, believe it or not. He's not been shoved into the block cube game. If only Bernie was real. Let's see, 7 years? Because it would have been like early 2016 that I probably started using it. So, yeah. And I've effectively used the same profile picture the entire time. I think there's been a few times when I randomly switched it, but it's basically what I've used the entire time. Oh, we don't use kilometers here. Gotta use football fields. Need more food. Very nice. Yeah, honestly, we're pretty good on food for a while. And I'm not gonna bother picking up the gold right now. Not very important. I have a plan if I need more gold for food that I think is smarter. Or at least funnier. I think smarter too, but it's at least funny. Perhaps, Muffin, perhaps. I'm collecting it for purposes. Mainly, honestly, for tool repairing, or at least that was the idea at first. But then I realized iron doesn't really repair that much XP. You have to use basically a full shulker of raw iron ingots to repair a single netherite pickaxe. So it's not the most efficient thing, but most of my beacons are made out of gold rather than iron blocks. So I might just end up swapping 1 or 2 of the gold beacons for iron so I can use the gold for golden carrots. Because I accidentally broke my gold farm and I am too lazy to fix it. This is the innovation you come up with when you're lazy. Hey Pixel, how you doing? Goodness. John Pencil. Well, yeah, all that penicillin is keeping him alive, so. Everyone else uses the number 2 pencil, but I use a number 1 pencil because I am number 1 at not understanding how pencils work. What's up, Honk? How you doing? Hmm. Hopefully a tornado lands directly into the Pentagon. That'd be awesome. Oh man, I am very tired. Honestly, I might make this even shorter than I was expecting. I am so out of it. I just want to go lay down. Not even sleep, just like relax. But yeah, I mentioned this earlier in stream, but I think this weekend, like the next 3 days, I'm going to focus more on getting 1 trillion score rather than digging. Like I think most likely tomorrow there won't be any digging. So just keep that in mind. Thank you, thank you. I feel like I should start streaming this last little stretch of score farming. That'd probably be a good idea. Build up a little hype. But yeah, I think I'll end stream today when I finish this last bit of these 2 layers. I just feel very out of it. It's okay. At least I made it past 60 minutes. That's like the bare minimum I would ever want to do. Yeah. It would also be funny if I just never got 1 trillion. I just give up. It's too hard. Oh, okay, I missed. One sec. Okay. Another 2 layers done. Ugh. Yeah, I am definitely wide awake. Sure, guys. I'm very wide awake. Yeah. Okay. Good night. Goodbye. See you guys tomorrow. We're gonna be doing some Osu score farming tomorrow.